Okay, so our local church's polity or form of governance, we've actually recently moved to what's called a simple board or a single board governance. I don't know if you've heard of that before. So traditional United Methodist Church has what's called a annual conference that we everything flows from that, and we're part of the Pacific Northwest Annual Conference. Down to that goes what's called the church conference every year that sets the direction for the year and elects leadership and those types of things. And usually there's a board with committees underneath that board. But we have learned in our church, we're so small, that having so many committees under one board makes zero sense. So instead we have what's called a single board. That board handles the business of what those committees do. So financial, trustees, and what we call a staff parish relationship, which is kind of like the HR of the church. And the idea of it is one board, one flat structure, so that if people come to that board with like, hey, we want to do this ministry, we can say yes, no, and here's your money, without having to go through committee, and then finally the board and get final approval 3 months later. So the advantages are we make quick decisions and also release people to do that ministry quickly. Well, there's passion for it, well, there's enthusiasm for it, and the biblical or theological rationale is, hey, these people who come to us have a mission, they have a vision that God's probably put on their hearts. We don't want to hamper that, we don't want to slow that down, we want to release that person to do that ministry. We talked a little bit, you and I earlier, about the priesthood of all believers. I believe that. So when a person comes to me, provided they want to fall under our oversight, so to speak, accountability, let's let them do it. Let's turn them loose to do that ministry, and we'll give them all the backing and support and encouragement they need. Let's let them do it. So that's our local church governance. It's called the single board or simple board governance.